report. It's a weather report. There's something in the fucking sky. There's something... Hey, buddy, I have the turn of the fucking hour, bro. I have the turn of the fucking hour to get here and not be considered late. And it's already falling apart, my fucking sainthood. And we'll need all this we can get, because the weatherman is back. That's right. Your old pal, Jim81 Jim, aka Mr. Medicare, has come out of retirement because Gamergate has resurged. That's right. Gamergate, the ghosts of Gamergate have come back, and it's worse now. It's worse because there are fucking birds, man. There are birds out here attacking innocent game developers. And it's fucked. It's fucked. Alright, well, before we begin this stream, guys, we gotta catch up on some super chats, so let's bang them out. Let's see who we got here. We got a super chat from Furry S. He says, hype. Thank you for the $14.88 there. We got one from Joey Jojo. He says, hey, Rudy. Well, thank you for the $14.88 there, Joey. Wow, chat. I'll tell you what, chat. Wow. Sorry, just gotta light up there. It helps me concentrate. So, indie devs have never been free from harassment, from fucking roasties, and retarded women who want to grift off of their success. As we saw with Zoe Quinn all those fucking years ago, and as we're now seeing with our boy, what was his name? We're already fucking up here, but... So our boy creates this fucking game. It's been his dream for the last 5 years to make this retarded fucking brawler, like, indie shit. He had a simple dream to create this niche, like, fighting roguelike game. This drips with fucking... this fucking, like, it reeks with just, like, all the shit that you'd see in a typical fucking indie game. There's really nothing special about it. There's nothing special about it, retro art style, unique fucking thing, whatever, but people have been excited for this. This guy, his name is, Thomas LeBlanc, French-Canadian de Quebecois. So this subhuman Canadian Quebecois, he wanted to make this fucking indie game for years, and he got it backed on fucking Kickstarter, and they succeeded. They got like 52 grand out of 13,000. And so, yeah, they fucking exceeded well above and beyond the fucking any expectations for what this game would have achieved. This guy doesn't really have a history with, like, publishing games himself. He's worked for Capcom, and he's been in the indie scene for fucking 15 years, apparently. So he's kind of Mr. Big Deal here. He's kind of Mr. Big Deal here. So he creates this fucking game. He starts it in 2018, or when was it? Yeah, it was like 2018, and he's making his game, but he makes one fatal mistake, boys. He makes one fatal mistake. He stuck his dick in crazy. And this is the woman he stuck his fucking dick in. This is the woman he sticks his dick in. Dirtbag boyfriend. She's like some fucking, she's like some fucking Iranian, like, immigrant, but she's definitely into, like, the genderqueer, like, politics and shit like that. So right off the bat, this should have been a fucking red flag, but these two linked up. Also, since you or Samara, the main character, are also non-binary/trans, you can romance most of these characters and get several opportunities to have a T-for-T relationship. So that's what their main concern about is in gaming, that there aren't enough trans representation going around. Plus, as a gender-fluid, non-binary, trans-masked person who deeply enjoyed their higher femi praise, I really wanted a character to reflect that journey and the fluid joy of being every version of yourself and being loved for it. So yeah, I love these two. I hope you will too. Wow, so very, very weird desire to have there. A very specific person. She's going into the game industry for that one fucking reason. To insert herself into fucking games that she has no real fucking hand in. And that's what she did. That's what she did. She fucking linked up with the guy who made Fight Night, this like indie game that like people are looking forward to, whatever. And that was her plan to get into fucking game design. But she fucked up too, because it turns out that LeBlanc, the JF Garby, the fucking guy who made this game, it turns out, oh no, he's a sexual fucking predator. He's a sexual predator. And like a guy who fucking partakes in like really bad fucking business practices. So, this woman was in like a relationship with this guy for 5 fucking years while working on the game. So, the game came out like a few days ago. It's been out for like a week or whatever. And she was actually involved in the entire process of making this game, from like 2017 onward, apparently. So like during the creation of this game, she is groomed and she witnesses all the terrible narcissistic abusive tactics of our friend LeBlanc. Oh, LeBlanc, Thomas LeBlanc. So she witnesses it, and she is brave enough to give us her statement in these fucking blog posts. So she releases, she fucking releases all these like fucking smear campaigns on this guy and his fucking company. There's like 3 of them. There's like 3 separate fucking like warning things that she sends out to people. And essentially what she says in these, I have it written down here. Yeah, he just has like a history of abuse. But like that's not really laid out too well. She doesn't like go too deep into this. It's just like anecdotes from fucking people on Twitter. It's really retarded. Apparently this guy is like a fucking weirdo too, because he's trying to fucking link up with like people who are in like the game industry using his fucking work email to like reach out to them. Like this stuff is kind of weird. So apparently this is like another girl he tried to groom. This is like his ex before the fucking crazy woman. Her name's Alex. So yeah, he's like trying to go out and like link up with people. Like that's really the worst thing he did. But then all this other shit in the document. Like this is a really fucking long document. And I read all of it, and most of it's just fucking garbage. It's just like, oh, like he's not like paying his fucking employees, and like he's like partaking in shitty business practices, and like all this shit. And it's just like, who fucking cares? Like, who fucking cares? If I get Fight Night and it's a good game, I really don't care how many trainees had to work X number of fucking hours of overtime. That doesn't mean shit to me. I don't fucking care if you had a dream of becoming a fucking rockstar employee and you had to work 120 hours a fucking week. That's your fault for getting into this line of work, and I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. That's right, I don't fucking care. You know, a million trainees could burn out and suffer drastic mental health consequences in the creation of Cyberpunk 2077. But as long as it's a good game, I don't fucking give a shit. So, like, that's all she has on him, is that, like, he was kind of a fucking weirdo at a nightclub once. He's a bit unprofessional. And something to do with, like, taxes in Japan. It's all fucking really boring and, like, nonsensical. And you can fucking tell that this is, like, a hit piece just by reading this. It's very, like, fucking whatever. What else did he do? Yeah, so apparently he, like, meets up with people under the guise of, like, networking and shit like that. He's a bad dev. Blah, blah, blah. It's really not important. And it's only shit you might care about if you fucking work in the industry. But, you know, I'm not Jim fucking Sterling, son, so I don't fucking care about, like, overworking employees or whatever, or, like, scamming people. I don't give a shit. It's your job as a fucking person in life to, like, spot out these fucking these abusive people and like deal with them yourself. I mean, you're like this whole fucking thing. She talks about her experiences with this man, and it's all just like it's all just like fucking. It's all just really lame shit, and no one fucking cares. So, because this is like a, it's just kind of like a corporate thing. The reputation of the company is now on the line, so he's gonna have to respond. So he issues like an official response here. He issues an official response, and it's a response to that thing we just read. And there are like a bunch of other ones. She released like 3 of these. And we'll get into those in a minute. But he releases an official like rebuttal here, and it's I'd like to express how horribly this feeling is to have someone try and spread lies about you, posting intentionally misleading snippets and emails of private conversations, twisting them, cutting key factors out, or even sometimes inventing new ones in a clear attempt to discredit, embarrass, or otherwise hurt your business, especially when we will show the writer themselves is set to directly benefit in both professionally and financially. The writer did not only omit the fact from their piece, but also claim there was no financial interest attached to their story. We have proof that the writer has much to gain from destroying our reputation. We have seen tweets with misinformation suggesting we did inappropriate things back in 2013. Most of us weren't in the industry, and Daingen wasn't a company yet. We've seen mistranslations about our original article and people and our motives. Blah, blah, blah. Summary. Evidence will be used to disprove the writer's false allegations. The writer has ulterior motives, gross misunderstanding of how Japanese money transfer works. So, the fucking, like, this woman, like, one of her main fucking points is that they weren't, like, paying, like, Japanese translators, like, properly or some shit. This guy's been around, like, LeBlanc. Thomas LeBlanc has been around for fucking ever. He actually was like an executive at Capcom Japan. Like he has experience doing like translation work and hosting game jam events in Taiwan. So he's not like a fucking nobody. Like attaching yourself to him if you're like an aspiring game developer could be good for your career. And that's essentially what she's doing here. He is like a big figure in this like very, very niche like very specific like retro like retard shitter like indie game market. So like this will bring a lot of fucking attention to her, and she is like putting herself out there on this fucking like thing. She isn't like doing it anonymously or whatever. So these claims are 100% false and proven as false, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of this comes off as like really like petty relationship shit because these people were actually fucking dating. And you know, again, like Thomas really learned the most important fucking lesson here in his 40s. The guy's fucking 40 years old, man. And he finally learned not to stick his dick in fucking crazy because it'll always blow up in your face like it has now. So this is all like, yeah, this is all like, it all comes off as like relationship drama that again, us hardcore gamers don't give a fuck about. We couldn't fucking care if someone like had a bad breakup with like someone they were working with, whatever. That doesn't mean shit. So, but you know, you still gotta destroy your ex-boyfriend. You know, especially when he's like this close to making the fucking video game of his life that'll make or break his career, man. He's this close to releasing that game, and, you know, now we're gonna fucking dredge up all this drama from fucking years ago. So, you know, like Zoe Quinn did back in the fucking day, now this woman, who no doubt has, like, connections in the actual, like, gaming industry, has now, like, reached out to her fucking gaming journalist buddies to write a hit piece on this guy. And let's fucking get into this. So fucking, like, some guy, like Jack Wallaby. Jarvis, let's pull up Jack Wallaby's early life section. Come on, Jarvis. Oh, well, the Wayback Machine is fucking up. Can we even get back to our fucking article? I hope so. Okay, so Yeah, Jarvis has no fucking thing on the early life. On the fucking early life section. Damn, apparently the demo's done something. We'll get into that after that, I guess. There is no early life section masters on high. I don't know if the demo did something. Let me know. I think he reviewed like Dead Man shit or whatever. Oh, thank you for Cherno for guys. We gotta pound through super chats here for a sec. We got some super berries. Let's see. We got 1488. Your real brother Jim. Thank you, Chomo Firmo. Let's see. We got Mr. Dead Furious for another $1488. He says Mr. Deadman wants smelly braps on his chest. Oof! Wow. If Mr. Brapman is actually a fucking brap fetishist, the demo went against Google. I'm not even keeping up with the demo. So like, what happened between them? Did they have a stream together? I doubt it. Anyways, those are all the super berries. Let's get back to the cringe. Oops. So this article, the reason why I really didn't go over the allegations is because like it's all covered in this fucking article in like the most biased like fucking way possible. So essentially like the thing that this company is most guilty of is just being like fucking incompetent kind of, because it seems like they're just a bunch of friends who are trying to make a fucking game. Ah, Devil's crying. That's fucking funny. That's fucking hilarious. The allegations levied against Danjin Entertainment can be boiled down to two categories: those against Danjin's business practices and those against Danjin's former CEO Ben Judd. Regarding the former, I think he has like a pen name and like his actual name. I'm not fucking sure, but I know it's like the same guy. Regarding the former, accusers claim that DJI Entertainment caused several delays in their games due to mismanagement, missed numerous marketing opportunities, withheld royalty payments to developers and collaborators, refused to acknowledge contract terminations, and used game assets and music without their creators' permission. Oh, boo-hoo! He made an asset flip game and he didn't properly credit the contributor Arinos in his fucking project. Wow, as a hardcore gamer, that's what I care most about, is if the trannies who make these games are fucking treated right. So that's what most of this fucking hit piece is, and it's just fucking stupid. Like, they're working on this other game and it's been delayed until like it got delayed, and it's like, who fucking gives a shit? Like, issues apparently began in late 2018 according to Danjin's warning. No, like the only proof that this journalist has is this woman's like fucking word of mouth. So that's like the primary source of this guy's article, is this other woman's fucking blog post. So yeah, that's kind of what happened with Gamergate, is it not? Like, all the journalists and like we're being incestuous with like sex pests. Devil Engine Switch and PC builds are both ready for release on October 2018, but Danjin did not submit paperwork to Nintendo in a timely manner, causing both versions of the game to be delayed until their inevitable release on February 21st, 2019. Screenshots of communications obtained by TechRaptor confirmed that Devil Engine's PC release date was delayed in order to allow a simultaneous release on PC and Switch. Wow, what a fucking asshole, guys. What a disrespectful member of the gaming community. Surely his career should be over for that. 3 months approval with Nintendo before launch, so it's not even their fault. Like, they had to like release them at the same time because like of course they're going to, and Nintendo was being a fucking asshole. They have like contracts, and again, this is like your fault for getting into like a fucking like a word of mouth contract with your fucking friends when like 50 grand is on the line. Like, no, you really have to have a fucking contract. In December 2018, Danjin Entertainment requested to renegotiate Source Robe's contract with the publisher in order to include Chinese localization for Fight Night, rather than an amendment to Fight Night's then negotiated contract. However, Danjin offered Source Robe a boilerplate contract with all the clauses that had already been negotiated between the parties back in 2017, reverted to their original state. The contract had to be rewritten entirely to include the original negotiated clause. Who fucking gives a shit, bro? So, like, no one fucking reading this is gonna think, like, oh my god, like, Thomas LeBlanc, he's such a fucking scumbag and he deserves to die because, like, they fucked up the clause on, like, a contract. It's like, no one fucking cares. So, now, like, they have, like, beef with Nintendo. Who gives a shit? This is like the dumbest one. They didn't include Devil Engine in Steam Sales Golden Week. What a fucking scumbag. He didn't include his game on a fucking summer sale? Wow, that's a big no-no, dude. That's a big fucking no-no. You can't be doing that. So, yeah, you don't get the entire, like, fucking Dangen collection if you get it on the summer sale. You gotta buy it separately. What a fucking asshole. Dangen includes requests from third parties interested in Devil Engine. Dangen warning included that some in time in May, they received requests from third parties interested in publishing a physical edition of Devil Engine. Yeah, so they told some fans that just wanted to, like, insert themselves into the game to fuck off. They did, like, a bunch of shit. They're, like, bad at paying people because they're communicating with Slack. Like, this is what happened with that guy with the glasses. Someone attempted to terminate their contract. Who fucking gives a shit? So here we are. We're finally at the sexual, like, misconduct, which is the only thing that people are really going to give a shit about. Like, you're only really going to change your opinion of a fucking game designer because he was out there grooming minors and fucking diddling them. Or if they're just a lolcow like Phil Fish, then, like, it's just funny when his game fucks up and everything goes wrong, because then you can just laugh at him like you're there for anyway. So, according to Dangen Warning, the issue with Dangen Entertainment is that they are not just confined to their business practices. The post also accuses Ben Judd of past sexual misconduct and inappropriate behavior towards a female colleague, as well as casually sharing sensitive information from clients within the game industry. Ooh. So that's his history. That's his history of fucking sexual predatory. The fact that he was like he fucked up. He was like a little bit unprofessional there. But yeah, so that's like the most damning allegation against him. But there's more. So that was like the first allegation that they used, that he's like inappropriate around people. So, but he also does this. He holds meetings in strip clubs, calling a friend of mine the N-word, then a bitch for telling him to fuck off. If you're in Japan and you're not one of those men enabling him, be safe around him. Don't drink. So again, like a fucking unprofessional businessman, he conducts meetings at the strip club. Yeah, he conducts meetings at the strip club. What a fucking, like, what a distasteful person. I mean, fuck. If you've seen The Wolf of Wall Street, you'll fucking know that it's Chad's, bro. That's just typical fucking Chad business. That's just typical Chad business, conducting your meetings inside of a fucking strip club. And he says the fucking nigger word in Japan. Man, you can't be doing that. In your fucking business meetings in the Japanese strip clubs and your railing lines of coke, you can't be saying the fucking N-word there. You might offend some fucking game devs of color who happen to be in that strip club, and your fucking reputation will be ruined because of that. So whatever. They apparently he tells one of the women to come to like the strip club or whatever to talk business, and like he's inappropriate with her. But it's like all you have to do, like, women are so fucking stupid. All you have to do is like get up and walk out of the strip club and just tell them to fuck off. Whatever. So like Ben Judd, it seems, is just like a fucking autist or whatever. He's making his game, but he's a pretty innocent person. You know, you don't have to be involved with his fucking game and his life. It's all fucking, like, you don't have to do that. Is he the Harvey Weinstein of the gaming industry? Not really, because he's not saying to these women that I'll break your fucking career if you don't, like, come to the strip club with me. He's just saying, let's go to the fucking strip club. Did I lick cum off the floor when you were a femboy? Nah, man. Nah, man. That was the other femboys that were licking my cum off the floor, bitch. So it continues. Yeah, it's just all fucking gay. So the allegations have come forward, and the company has responded, but it did nothing. Yeah, the company fucking responds to the allegations of not only the woman who like worked with the company, but also like this fucking guy from like Tech Raptor who just wrote like a smear piece on the fucking guy. So, where are we? Okay, so yeah, the allegations do absolutely fucking nothing, and he's completely unfelted. The game is going. The game is like released as intended, and like no surprise, surprise, no one gave a shit about fucking like mismanaging contracts and all that bullshit. But she's not done yet. She's not done yet, because you can't, if you're not, if what you said was true and it wasn't damning enough, you can't just quit there. People need to be convinced that this guy's a fucking asshole and deserves to die. So she releases the actual allegations. She forgot all the bad shit that happened, like before, but now all of a sudden, oh god, all the memories are coming back now, and she's remembering all the shit that happened, and now she's ready to tell the actual fucking story of why she left the fucking project. So, yeah, I'm the writer of Danger Warning, like the fucking other, like the 5 other things that, like, the 5 other fucking articles that did nothing and went nowhere and didn't end up fucking hurting the guy. So, yeah, a whistleblower documenting detailing sexual harassment allegations and abusive business practices towards associated with the employer, CEO of Danger Entertainment. I was a member of the teams of Fight Night and Devil Engine, and the only woman on these teams. I endured sexual harassment as well as wage discrimination and power harassment, primarily threats targeted towards keeping the developers of Fight Night and Devil Engine under control. I've already said as much as I could on this topic, so I won't delve too deeply into these matters. So yeah, all the actual shit has already been said. So now I've withholded all the juicy gossip for when that didn't fucking work. So this is how their relationship begins, according to her own fucking words. Stuffed Zoe Quinn. Yeah, essentially, she couldn't fucking make it as an actual rape victim, so she has to make shit up. And like, here it is. Like, this is the first thing. So remember when I said Ben was like a big deal? Well, he actually fucking is, man. He worked at Capcom. He has all these fucking connections. He can raise like $50,000 for a fucking game. So obviously, like, working with him and working with him is a fucking good idea. But if you're a retarded fucking woman, like Alex, let's go back to her fucking art here. So, like, you approach the developer of Fight Night, and, that's your fucking body of work. It's garbage, and no one will fucking pay you to do that. So, what you can actually do is you can just start fucking the guy. So, that's what happens. She fucking reaches out. She reaches out to fucking Thomas. She reaches out to LeBlanc. And, yeah, I began working with the Devil Engine project in early 2017. I met lead developer of Fight Night, Boeing. We'll just call him Ben from now on. That's kind of like his pseudonym. Then shortly after, we became romantically involved by April 2018. While I had an off and on provided some assistance with Fight Night project prior to our romantic relationship, I thought it was best we started dating as to not entangle our careers as well. So I avoided involvement on this project for a time. So yeah, that's her fucking grind as a woman. She's just gonna start fucking this guy who already has connections to the game industry, and that's how she's gonna springboard her success. Amazing. So, like LeBlanc here has to create an entire fucking game and like kickstart it. He has to do all this shit over 5 years in order to get clout. But all this woman has to do is like fuck him. So that's her entire intention with this relationship. Was only because like he worked at Capcom and like he's a big time fucking e-celeb or whatever. Though our friendship and then relationship, Ben confided in some difficulties we had working with his co-creator and childhood friend, TiVo. According to Ben, TiVo had largely stopped pulling his weight after the Kickstarter successfully funded, accusing Ben to pick up the slack and delay development of Fight Night. Things came to a head in the latter half of 2018. Ben began to visibly struggle with meeting the deadline to turn in the final script of Fight Night to Danjin for translation. That seems to be a really important thing, the fact that like the game needs to fucking get translated. Oh yeah, so while I refused to read the script itself or write any dialogue directly, we often talked informally about the story beats and theme of what Ben wanted to have in Fight Night. I tried to assure him that I believed the writing already presented in the Kickstarter demo was excellent, and he could write well if he trusted his own instinct. He could write well if he trusted it. He eventually turned the script into Danjin around the end of 2018, and Danjin got to work translating it. Oh yeah, over the next few months, questions from the translators began pouring in. I finally agreed to look over the script myself. The script Ben had turned in for translation had not been proofread, spell-checked, and was largely lacking a real plot. The majority of the charm and warmth presented in the dialogue of the Kickstarter demo was completely absent in the rest of the game. The worst aspect of the main antagonists had no clear motive for their actions, and primarily showed up to yell insults at the protagonist for a few times before the game ended. Get to the part where he pees in her vagina. I fucking missed that while collecting timestamps. So, he was the lead developer and finally had the responsibility for, I felt guilty using Ben's name many times. He'd asked me to look over the script from last year. I initially agreed to do proofreading and editing, but by the start of 2019, I had been tasked with adding new characters, writing the main antagonists. I had essentially rewritten almost the entire plot. So she's doing unpaid work for this fucking game. She's rewriting the entire fucking story for this guy for free. For free. She'll do it for $0 and 0 cents. Amazing. Amazing. But that's her grift, man. She's gotta suck up to this guy and suck his dick and let her pee in her vagina, apparently. I didn't fucking know about that. But it gets better. It gets better. So I don't know, it's just more company bullshit here. It's just more shit about the fucking company. There's like difficulty like integrating the team and like blah blah blah. Again, if you're going into this, you really should have a fucking contract and shit like that, because it seems like it's all just like hearsay between fucking friends. So like no one's gonna fucking take your side to damn this guy over that shit. Yeah, there's delays on like Fight Night and like no one gives a shit. So like this woman is seriously like the stupidest fucking like woman ever. Like if everything she says about this guy is true, she's still a fucking idiot for what she does like just now. So essentially they're like e-dating or something like prior to actually having a relationship. They're like dating on the fucking internet. Our living situation. It was no secret to Ben's friends, and mine that our living situation was practically chaotic, unstable. Prior to Ben and I dating, and throughout our relationship, I was at times dependent on the charity of friends to avoid homelessness. I have 2 cats that I attempted to find safe housing for either with shelters or with friends, but I couldn't find anyone who had these resources or will to keep them safe. I was unwilling to turn my cats into the street or knowingly place them into an unstable, poor conditions where they'd be at risk of being euthanized. And while my cats were not the primary reason for my unstable living conditions, they were a large factor in my inability to find stable housing. So this fucking woman She has no fucking job, and she relies on her friends giving her fucking shekels and like donating shit to fucking like stave her off from homelessness. And she still can't fucking survive even with their help because she's so fucking worthless. She can't like find a place for her fucking cats. And like she's suffering. She's fucking homeless and she has no fucking money all because like she can't get rid of her fucking cats. So you're starting to see how desperate it is for her. She has no cat. She has like no job, no fucking money, no nothing. So if this guy says, hey, bitch, come up to live with me in Canada, of course, because you don't want to fucking work because you're so much better than that. You're an indie game dev. You're just not gonna fucking do that. So you will move up to Canada with this fucking guy. So I lived in the southwest portion of the United States at a time. Ben began to suggest that I live with him and his parents in East Canada, Toronto specifically, by the way. I was uncomfortable with such an arrangement. I felt conditioning my cat's safety on a romantic relationship was too risky. So again, her primary fear about getting into this relationship is that her cats won't like her boyfriend. Well, I think enough has been said there. Uh, we'd only been dating for a few months by then. We had already had a few disagreements, but that put my trust in the stability of our relationship in question. Ben insisted that our relationship status would not just jeopardize my welcome in his parents' house. That our relationship would only strengthen if he was in a better position to provide care and support in person. He apparently had disclosed my situation with his parents, and they were incredibly worried for my safety and wanted me to bring my cats and look for employment in Canada. I'd already visited Ben's house and apparently proven myself to be a good house guest in their eyes, and Ben often told me how much he preferred me to his previous romantic partner, whom he characterized as a slob who refused to do chores. So, yeah, she's one of those fur babies. Of course she is. She can't fucking give up her little kittens and shit like that. But this is like she's such a fucking idiot because like they've been in a relationship for a month and the guy says, "Hey, move from America to Canada. Trust me, everything will fucking work out." Cats know if you have a good heart. Yeah. So she doesn't even fucking know that you need a worker's permit to fucking work in Canada. You can't just like come up here. It's not like as liberal as you might fucking think. So, and again, like she's known this guy for a fucking month, and they've already had disagreements, so their relationship's already kind of off to a rocky start, and she doesn't question that. She doesn't fucking she doesn't like that's not an immediate red flag that she wants her to fucking abandon her life and all of her friends to move up to fucking Toronto with him. But again, all he knew that she wanted the fucking cats. She knew that she cared about the fucking cats. So that's all he had to say was, "Don't worry, your cats will be fine." And my parents, they're like totally fucking, they're totally sympathetic with the cat situation. Ooh, my dream is to have an indoor forest of 1,000 cats, bro. Man, that's pretty kino. I did drive past a house once that the entire patio was caged in, and the guy had like his parrot like fly around on his patio that was like caged in. That was pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of like bird owners don't take care of their fucking animals, and you kind of need to, or else your cats will fucking eat you when you die, bro. Can you smoke through your nostril? Like, yes, I can. Now I got boogers on my fucking cigarette. Thanks a lot. So we continue. Uh, my situation was dire, and with Ben's assurance that I should stop living in a harmful situation for fear. And by the way, her situation is only harmful because she won't get a job, and she has like no one to fucking look after her. Uh, it was a surprisingly This is so fucking funny. My situation was dire with Ben's insistence that I should stop living in a harmful situation for fear of trusting him and his family. I eventually agreed to drive myself, my cats, and all my belongings across the continent to live with Ben and his parents during the summer of 2018. It was a surprisingly physically demanding trip that took 3 days with little sleep, 3 days of driving nearly nonstop. had left my arms so sore that I had trouble moving them for a week after. Oh, you poor thing. You poor thing. You had to drive across the continental United States. Wow, that's fucking stupid. You know, my grandmother, who's like in her 60s, made the fucking trip from Canada to Mexico, and she didn't fucking complain. But, oh god, my arms are sore, oy vey! That's so fucking stupid. And she's only saying that so that you might, like, pity her just that much more that he made her. He made her take that fucking arduous journey across the fucking United States. She could not have said no at any time there. When I arrived at Ben's family, it was shocked and angry that I brought my cats and all my belongings with me. They had been told I'd be visiting for a few months and not that I was told that I should move to Canada and seek employment and residency there with my cats. Wow. It's like she's fucking shocked that I couldn't just waltz into fucking Canada and live there indefinitely. I didn't even talk to the guy's parents to like fucking talk about like what the living arrangement might be. I'm just that much of a fucking idiot that I'll like pack up my whole life and move across like the fucking country to visit him. And again, like this has to be a red flag because like this is such a major fucking thing. This is such like a major fucking thing, bro. Like your entire relationship is essentially built on a fucking lie now, and like we're not sure if what this woman's saying is true, but yeah, but like essentially he's a fucking Chad now, and he's locked this woman down in Canada. So now if she wants to fucking leave this abusive, toxic relationship, because he is a toxic abuser and shit like that, so she's gonna have to make the arduous 3-day journey and tire out her fucking, possibly lose an arm. One of her arms might have to be amputated. So he knows that she has to make that journey again. Ben claimed it was necessary to lie to both me and his parents in order to convince me to move to Canada for my own safety. He claimed that he knew his parents wouldn't be able to refuse when I turned up with my cats uninvited. Yo, this fucking guy. And like that I almost kind of believe. Like a lot of this is bullshit, but like some parts of it I kind of believe. I was upset, embarrassed, and exhausted, but now I had nowhere else to go for at least the time being. In leaving to Canada, I ended up leaving my arrangements in the United States and expended many resources that could have gone towards finding other safe housing options. Well, you're a fucking grown woman, and when a 40-year-old man fucking messages you on Discord and tells you to fucking move to Canada, and he's like your e-boyfriend, you should probably fucking say no. But, you're such a fucking idiot. And, Ben is probably regretting his fucking decision here because this bitch is fucking crazy. It took him 40 years to learn not to stick his dick in crazy because sometimes, let's get the timestamps again. Yeah, so sometimes I have panic attacks that subside quickly if I'm allowed some time and privacy to relax. Ben was aware of my panic attacks before we began dating, and his understanding became even more important when we began living together. I explained that during my panic attacks it's best if he left the room so that I could calm down without feeling threatened. And holy shit, this is why you never date a woman with fucking mental illness. It's just not worth it. It doesn't matter how well you bond over Sam Hyde or fucking like JoJo or like whatever you fucking like. It isn't worth it because you're just gonna be dealing with this fucking shit for the rest of your fucking life. Squiddy Squad, rise up! Well, I am Jim. I am the weatherman. I have returned from my retirement to deliver you this. Because Jim actually said he's gonna do a stream on this. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, I'm gonna read the blog post by her and others. If I end up doing a stream, it'll be sometime this evening. Well, sorry guys, Daddy Jim's a little late again. It was the second that we did this stream, but Daddy Jim always delivers. So, yeah, like, if your girlfriend is, like, if you're meeting a fucking woman and she has, like, any kind of mental problems, like, you're not ableist. Ableist is just a retarded fucking word. You're not a scumbag for fucking ditching her. It's the right thing to do. It's the good thing to do as a fucking man, because she has to deal with these problems on herself. She's, like, a grown adult woman. You don't want to have to deal with that. So instead, he'd often corner me against the wall, grab my wrists or shoulders. I'm about half a foot and 100 pounds smaller than Ben is. In moments of panic attacks, I found being grabbed like this to be incredibly frightening. And my panic attacks would escalate into me thrashing and screaming in an attempt to escape his grasp. Sometimes he pulled his hand over my mouth to stop me from screaming in fear of the neighbors hearing. So, like, what Ben is doing essentially is this woman is having a fucking, like, a retard spaz attack, and he's essentially just stopping her from thrashing around and breaking all of his Funko Pops that he has on his shelf. There really isn't nothing abnormal or destructive about what he's doing. You've seen those videos of people restraining like extremely autistic children. That's essentially what he's done here. But it's his girlfriend, and now he has to fucking deal with this. So it just isn't worth it. Like learn from Ben here, and you won't make the same fucking mistakes. So we continue. Oh wait. I was frustrated with how inaccurate Ben's recollection of the events were. Grabbing Aaron and attempting to physically restrain me from leaving was characterized as getting annoyed, insisting that I took his advice, and then they were characterized as asking if he was wrong. He completely admitted many times, blah blah. It's this all relationship shit. Towards the end of our relationship, Ben began conflicting any attempts to put physical distance between us during panic attacks or arguments as suicide attempts that required him to physically restrain me for my safety. At this point in time, my physical health was quite frail, but I found this mischaracterization of my mental health to be infuriating, infantilizing. I did not have any struggles with suicidal indignation, but it infuriated me to have them referred to solely to justify denying any egress during pointless disagreements about politics or like whatever. Oh no, Daddy Jim. We got, apparently there's 20k in super chats, but we actually got more super chats. We got to pound through the super chats right now. There's not 20k in pre-stream super chats on Scream. Well, thank you for the 1488, James Foundation. All right. We got another 1488 from Cal, probably. Oh no, it looks like Daddy Jim got hit in the head a few times. Well, Daddy Jim also became a fucking femboy on pole, so make of that what you will. Thanks for the $14.88 there, buddy. Oh no, my Camel brand cigarette has gone out. So she fucking blames, like, it's all just like relationship shit that no one could fucking care about. It's so stupid. So now, like, the sixth issue she has with him is that he's a fucking liar. But this is so stupid because you knew that. Like, Ben had issues with honesty, that he framed himself as a self-esteem issue through our relationship. If he and I came into conflict, he often changed or completely omitted facts when discussing them with his friends and family. Well, your whole fucking relationship is built on a lie. He lied to you about, like, the parents and shit like that when you were going up to Canada. You should just fucking cut then. But no, you wanted his fucking indie game clout so badly that it was worth it to deal with all this shit. So I really don't fucking feel sorry for you. Yeah, so, like, she also, like, inserts herself into, like, his friend group. And she's like, I was mutual friends with many of Ben's friends and requested that I not explain the truth of our arguments to them, to not embarrass him. So yeah, she got, like, really invested in his friend group, and because she abandoned everyone, and she probably had no one, which is why she was willing to go up to Canada to begin with. The only friends that she had were, like, Ben's friends, so, like, of course they're gonna fucking take his side. You shouldn't be fucking surprised. Can you get camels in Canada? You actually can't. There's a lot of cigarettes you can't get in Canada. We got another super chat. Bronx Beat says, "Oh snap, you are cringe, Rudy." Well, I don't know who Rudy is because I'm fucking James O'Shaughnessy, buddy. Thanks for the $14.88, bud. So most of this, it's like very bottom heavy on like the juicy shit. Like they fucked up and they dissolved the fucking a game company that's boring as fuck. That's 7. 8 is like he had friends in this fucking company that he burned. Who gives a shit? Who fucking gives a shit? It's more boyfriend drama, but this is kind of interesting here. Personal attacks, insults, and accusations towards me from Ben's friends group had exploded after I published the Danjin warning in late 2019. Wow, who knew? Who knew that? Who fucking knew that like burning a guy would piss off his friends and they might come after you? Oh, that was a fucking smart move there. And she's surprised that these guys who were Ben's friends going back to fucking game school took his side on this issue. Wow, that's fucking crazy. So they attempt to slander me. Oh God! Wow. I wonder if what they were saying is about as true as like the information you're spewing out. Blah blah blah. He's like doing all this like narcissistic abuse shit. Ben's habit of scapegoating me had come to roost. I had by now also caught Ben in countless lies, ranging from trivial ones about claiming to have completed house chores when he hasn't, to giving me completely wrong information, which led to me making errors in critical business and legal decisions. Oh God! Oh God, we should feel so sorry for you that you had like a fucking bad boyfriend. Who gives a shit? His status as a fucking narcissistic abuser doesn't affect his ability to make fucking shitty indie games that no one will fucking play. He promised to force me to lie even more to buy him time. So, yo, Bronx, who fucking cares, buddy? Who fucking cares? You'll be in this chat from the beginning until the end. You won't be on your Discord. He eventually began to claim that the reactions of disappointment or anger, sometimes he told me proudly about how he managed to cleverly trick me and then solve the situation before me. I was even aware if something had gone wrong. When I reacted to these admissions of dishonestly, unfavorably, he felt hurt by my lack of gratitude and unwillingness to praise him for his good intentions. So I don't know how much of this is actually true, or how much of it is just like her own fucking like delusions of like mind games that he's playing against her. Because as we'll fucking find out, she's like completely fucking insane. But we kind of gotta take a piss here because I've been pounding the fucking beers all night. So we'll be right back in about 30 seconds. Ugh. Just a little Kino intermission, boys. Not even gonna wash my hands because this is still very, very breaking news. I just gotta plug in the Kino filter. Can I find the fucking closure? Was it Kino that I had to fucking run off and take a piss and lose half my fucking audience? I think it was. But of course Bronx will still be here. Bronx will be here for all fucking time. So this is fucking hilarious. So it's only 7 p.m. What time is it? Oh, it is. Oh shit. Oh, called out. Called out. You know, old fucking Rudy. Uh, so I did not think I had been an abusive partner towards Ben, but my impression of our relationship didn't matter at all. If Ben did not feel a relationship was positive on his life, then it ultimately didn't matter how I felt. I purchased an Airbnb for a week and insisted that we both hire separate therapists. Begged me not to break up with him, but it was clear we had an unhealthy relationship. If he couldn't even state that in private, then I thought he was there was I thought if he couldn't even state that in private, then there was a good part then I was a good partner to him. I wanted us both to have a space and time to reconcile a relationship in consultation with professional therapists. So, this woman apparently, when she said that she didn't have any fucking money to find a house, she was fucking lying. They can rent an Airbnb and have fucking separate therapists. This is so fucking weird, and I'm not sure how true this is because like the guy's apparently living with his fucking parents. So like, how can he afford like an Airbnb for a fucking week and like therapists and shit like that? He only made like 50 grand off the fucking Kickstarter game. So like, there's more relationship bullshit about fucking therapy, and like, no one fucking cares. Like, even people who want this guy to be a fucking asshole don't fucking give a shit. He fabricates a therapy session, like he says that like he didn't go to fucking therapy or whatever. Oh my god, just fucking break up with the guy. If all the red flags are here, you should be a fucking big girl. And fucking whatever. So apparently he's like lying about like revenue generated between the fucking game. It's like no one gives a shit. Uh yeah, so he's such a bad boyfriend that he's convincing his best friend to give up like part of his revenue to her. Ben had convinced TiVo to give up 10% of his revenue share in order to ensure I was paid an equal amount. Ben initially refused to give up any more of his own revenue share, so I'd refused to work for less pay than the person whose work I would be replacing. But Alex, you're working for $0 and 0 cents. I don't understand what you mean by like paid for fucking labor. You did this all for free. You worked for fucking 3 years for this guy for fucking $0 and 0 cents. So, and that's because like Ben and his fucking friend who was gonna get like 10% of the revenue actually had a fucking deal with each other. You're just a fucking side hoe who volunteered their time to write. So, oh wow, this monster is pretty good. This is the new Weatherman monster of choice. So, the relationship has reached a toxic boiling point, and it's ready to fucking end. So, she's rescued from Canada, but she can't do it herself. She needs like someone else to like physically come and fucking save her from this hell she created for her own life. Aside from Ben and his family, TiVo is the only other person I knew who was physically present in the local area. Like, you're such a fucking idiot for like isolating yourself like this. That's like abuse tactics 101 there. We overall had a positive and friendly personal relationship. At times, TiVo would vent to me about the lack of maturity he saw in Carl and others in Ben's friend group. I was initially afraid to talk about Ben negatively with TiVo, but I felt it important that TiVo as a co-creator fight night. Uh, TiVo offered to help me collect my cats. The cats are still the most important thing in your fucking life. You were willing to ruin your life for the cats, and you're now willing to stay in this shitty life for the cats as well. I think there's a Stefan Molyneux call where like this woman's like, "Oh, I can't leave my boyfriend. I have chickens I'm taking care of," and Steph is just like, "Well, sell the chickens, you stupid fucking idiot." Uh, Bring me back from safety, belonging safely from Ben's place, like he's some fucking asshole waiting outside the house with a bat. Drive me to the border of Canada so I can return to the United States. Another friend who lived eastern United States had taken it upon herself to make plans to drive me to the border and ferry me back to her home. Again, she can't do anything for her fucking self. She has to have like these people drive her around and do everything for her. Uh, She offered to give me a cat safe place to rest and time to consider what I do with the smoldering remains of my life and career. That's all your fault, by the way. I'd finally be leaving Canada, devil engine behind me. I'd spent 3 years non-stop and mostly unpaid work on my games industry career and had absolutely nothing to show for it. The cats deserve better. It's not, yeah, again, like, it's not the cat's fault. Like, she's the one who's, like, responsible for their fucking existence. So the fact that she's, like, putting the cats in this situation, is entirely her fucking fault, and that's all her own doing there. She can't fucking blame, like, Ben for putting the cats in this situation. That was all her. So, she can't. What's the most black? No, never black guys. Again, I was a femboy fascist, you know. Why would a femboy fascist be around fucking black dudes? So, our sexual relationship. This is the weird part. This is what I think is fucking fake. It has to be. Because this is, like, way too good to be true. And she's painting this guy as, like, a fucking abuser who manipulates people into doing fucking things. Yeah, finally got to the good. No, we haven't got to the good shit yet, JM. So our sexual relationship. Oops. So Ben has a fetish for non-consensual sex with women who are unconscious, such as when drugged with sleeping pills, hypnotized, or via fantastical technology such as mind control helmets or audio files imbued with the ability to reprogram women's minds. So, this guy is unironically sissy hypnofying his fucking girlfriend. And she admits that the technologies that can fucking do this are completely fictitious. But, like, that's like again, they're in, like, a sexual relationship, right? So it's obvious that, like, if you're in a relationship with a person like this, you might know what turns them fucking on. And, like, as far as, like, fetishes go, like non-consensual is pretty tame. It's mostly women who have that. So again, he attacked her with fucking sissy hypnosis. And it worked. It worked on her. Oh my god. I can't fucking believe that, man. I can't fucking believe that. So, like, you know, that's his fucking fetish. And it works. It works too. We're about to try it live on the fucking audience.
You are a monkey. You are a chimp. You've always been a monkey. You like bananas. Chimps love bananas. You love bananas.
It worked. I've always been a monkey. I've always felt like a monkey. And it's like, this is, yeah. So he has a fetish for, like, sissy hypnosis, apparently. And that's fucking really convenient. That, like, you know, I don't actually fucking believe this from her. It's way too fucking convenient that, like, you know, he's like a narcissistic psychotic abuser. Muting. He's a narcissistic psychotic abuser. He also happens to be into fucking hypnosis fetish. I didn't view this as problematic, as it seemed fairly unrealistic that any of these methods of rendering a woman incapable of remembering a sexual assault could actually work, and Ben assured me as well these fantasies were exactly that, mirror fantasies. Yeah, you're gonna kink shame your fucking boyfriend for having a hypnosis fetish and a non-consensual sex fetish? Like, you should be all over that. You're a fucking woman. So I wasn't offended by this fetish, but I also wasn't incredibly interested by it. Either it's impossible for me to enjoy sex if I couldn't remember it occurred, or if I was literally unconscious while it happened. Still, a healthy sexual relationship was important to me, so I tried my best to accommodate Ben's sexual preferences. I was uncomfortable with him. I'll try and explain. I'd scheduled to spend the winter of 2018 with Ben's family in Canada. This was just before Halloween. Ben lived in a very affluent neighborhood surrounded by elementary schools. Like, yeah, she just has to mention that. It's like, I really fucking hated that. She just has to mention that, like, there's elementary schools in the fucking neighborhood in the fucking segment where they're talking about his sexual, like, predatory behavior. I was excited to show me how elaborately decorated things got to be during the holiday. However, I fell ill with a cough and high fever in the days leading up to my flight. Ben was aware of how ill it was, and the extent that we both debated whether or not I should go to the clinic shortly before my arrival. So yeah, she's just such a broken bird. She's so fucking helpless. She can't even she can't even fucking drive across America without losing her fucking arms. She gets sick constantly. She's always in fucking bad health. Feel sorry for this like poor woman. Uh Trick-or-treaters. We spent a lot of time with the family downstairs. But I was upstairs in my room to spend most of the time with me. He'd really been looking towards showing me around his neighborhood on Halloween, but I was too sick to do much but lay in bed. I was worried about making him sick as well, but but he insisted on at least cuddling with him. So you're worried about making him sick, but you're willing to fucking cuddle with him. So he begs me for sex by rubbing my clit. I was really confused. He'd just be just a bit ago, he begged me to try sitting up enough to look out the window. Blah blah blah. Ben explained he'd missed out a lot on me, and he'd really be looking forward to having sex with me again. I really didn't know what to say except repeat I was sick. He apologized and pulled his hand away. Well, I don't really see how this is fucking rape if that's your fucking boyfriend. If that's your fucking boyfriend, like being sexual towards you, you're already in a fucking relationship. So like, it's your fucking sexual partner, bro. Like, if you don't want him making advances on you, break up with him. Do I have to ask consent before I hold your hand? Is that too much? Should consent extend to like that? According to this woman, it should. So we continue. He tries to initiate sex when I was tired, half asleep, or sick, or otherwise uninterested. Well, it sounds like you're just not putting out, and he really has to fucking make you know that he wants to fuck, and he's ready for it. He's DTF. Encounters. I was tired. Blah blah blah. When I tried to confront him about how comfortable it was, I was in one of these sexual encounters. He often claimed that I said something or done something that made it clear I wanted to have sex just prior to his initiation on it. Oh, this is so fucking stupid. So, yeah, he's guilty of trying to sexually please his girlfriend when she's fucking sick in bed. Yeah, not exactly a fucking back alley bum rapist, is he? So, So her friends now fucking her only friends, by the way, are his friends from like before. So at the time I didn't know what to call what I was experiencing, so I referred to them as. Oh yeah. So we almost forgot this. So they fucking break up, and how convenient. Now that she said that like hypnosis was some farcical fucking technology that couldn't possibly work, but now that they've broken up, oh god, all these memories of these things that happened to me that I didn't remember before when I was making my first two fucking like hit pieces on this guy. Now they're coming back. After we broke up, I began having nightmares about Ben sexually assaulting me while I was half asleep or deliberately ignoring my pleas to stop sexual acts. I felt uncomfortable or painful. I began remembering times I'd woken up from these nightmares and Ben would insist I'd simply had a bad dream and forget about it. The sissy hypnosis worked. The sissy hypnosis mind control worked. And now this fucking woman has forgot all the shit. But now that like they've broken up and it's worn off, all the memories are coming back now. Ben sounds based. Oh fuck, isn't he? Isn't he? Like it's all this woman's fault for not fucking recognizing him as a predator if this is actually what he's fucking doing. Damn sup, I fell asleep. Forgot about the stream. Thank you for the 1488, Chankadeku. This is Jim, the weatherman. This is what Jim, Mr. Medicare, actually looks like. We're not pulling in... Actually, we are. We have about 14,000 viewers right now, chat, and about 6,000 likerinos. That's amazing. Amazing. So, we're going to continue. So, her friends, because her only friends were fucking, Ben's friends from before. So, at the time, I didn't know what so I called them nightmares. A year later, after consultating with several psychiatrists and therapists, I've been told that they are most likely flashbacks to real traumatic events. So I'll use that term from now on. Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. Like, oh my god, like, yeah, after a 3-year fucking relationship of him molesting me constantly and sissy hypnifying me constantly, I didn't I didn't notice until after we broke up and like a week before his game was about to be released that I was actually being raped. And these therapists confirmed that. Ooh, God. Wow. So I was terrified of what experiencing in details is going through in a private Discord server. Again, a lot of this is fucking like Discord drama that has no fucking place being in an actual like journalistic setting. Uh, I felt comfortable confiding my relationship troubles to that point. They all expressed anger towards Ben and insisted that I make my escape from Canada as soon as possible. So that she's just like pitting his friends against him. Apparently Ben is a psychotic abuser for fucking fingering her clitoris while she's in bed, but her turning all of her fucking friends against him isn't like abusive at all. So no other options. I contacted Ben myself about relieving my cats. Blah blah blah. She leaves Canada with her cats. Ben offered me a few $1,000s for the work I've done on Fight Night. What an asshole. I know, compensating her for the fucking free work she did when he didn't even have to. Didn't even have to do that. Whoops. He may have lied to me throughout our relationship. This goes on for like 19 fucking things. Oh yeah, so apparently Ben is a fucking 4chan troll, and this Arab non-binary woman is pretty much a fucking Nazi for being complacent in this guy's bigotry. So they were a tightly knit group of about 10 developers and teams. The majority of the developers were straight white men, but the majority of all game developers are straight white men. So the group reflecting these demographics didn't concern me at all. Being not straight, not white, and not male, I got very used to laughing off slurs. I felt pride in not caring about just words. Slurs usage was casual in our group, but mostly a holdover from various 4chan memes. I viewed language as harmless, and I thought everyone else was on the same page far as actually respecting people when it mattered. Nah, bitch. Though, they don't actually fucking like trannies. Well, surprise, surprise that, like, making fun of trannies isn't just a joke. No, we actually think trannies are fucking disgusting. So, it's only when I published a danger warning after the events, I detailed this document that I realized that Ben. Yeah, only after I issued my original hit piece and it didn't do fucking well enough that I realized all these people were assholes. Uh, a majority of people I worked with were only interested in using the guise of advocacy when it benefited them. Oh wow, what a shock that placating the fucking mob of people that'll get you fired and fucking cancelled isn't like a necessity. Wow. And they don't actually fucking stand by what they say. I still stand by everything I said I wrote in the Danger Morning, but I've since regretted if it's allowed. Yeah, so if it's allowed Ben and Sinnock to wear the mantle of industry abuse victim. Yeah, so your entire fucking thing backfired. Now, like, a shit ton of people actually know about this fucking game when they wouldn't have known about it before, and that's all your fucking fault. I think she says, like, they were on poll at one point. So these guys were poll-tards at one point, and you know what they say about poll-tards. You know what they say about all those fucking white nationalists on poll. So, this is her fucking contribution to Fight Night. All she did was work on the story. My main contribution to Fight Night was the story. Comes from giving the main antagonist a real backstory and character arc. Yeah, that's really what we need in this fucking game. It's like a character arc and like a fucking deep villain in this like indie like shit. So she goes on saying like, oh, like, I put Persona 4 into this and like all my fucking shit, and I should be fucking praised for this. Whatever. So the reason why she wrote this document, and this was fucking long, it took me like 2 fucking hours to read. When I read about the women at Activision Blizzard who was harassed until she committed suicide, I have a lot of questions. Who did she try and confide to? Did they copy paste her chat logs directly to her abusers? Did they feel they had a feeling of solidarity while banding together to make her feel uncomfortable and unwelcome? I directly witnessed a young woman being groomed by an employee of DGen Entertainment in 2018. We were at a company dinner and a fair. It's just going over her fucking experiences at the nightclub. It's fucking boring. My story isn't isn't about one abuser and one victim. My story is about an industry where we decorate our company logos with rainbows and talk about solidarity. And we finish our beers and stumble over to a different table. DGen Entertainment. No, it's Dan like DAN Gen Entertainment. But yeah, so wow, you're discovering now that when you create a fucking ideology like progressivism and you require everyone to fucking kneel down and like put their fists up, that some people who do that might not actually mean it. Wow, everyone in the Soviet Union who said I love brother Stalin, uh, they didn't actually love Stalin as much as they said they would. But so after all this, like after all these fucking damning allegations, it still wasn't enough to deter Fight Night. Well, it wasn't enough because they still sold a shit ton of copies. But, you're probably reading this testimony from this woman and you're thinking, wow, Rudy, you can't say this woman's fucking retarded. Fight Night any good? We'll review it after. You can't say this woman's like wrong. She's level-headed and she's a fucking normal, sane person. But is she? I don't know. Is she fucking insane? Was everything she's saying about Ben here correct? Well, let's check. Let's do a little mental stability check here. So Dan does like a video rebuttal, and he's posted the chat logs. Like these are the Discord logs with Alex, like going through all the extent of the abuse that Ben put her through. The sissy hypnosis, that was only the beginning because it got worse. Hey, how was your day? I just found out I've been raped over the past 3 years and been getting mic spammed with sissy hypnosis porn bullshit by a psychopath who mind broke any guy who would get close to me out of completely unnecessary jealousy. Ha ha ha, crazy. Ha ha, crazy. Oh, that's so fucking crazy, isn't it? That guy's the crazy one. But it continues. I don't know how the fuck you prosecute a literal mind rapist, I don't know how we're gonna prosecute this guy, but we just gotta fucking do it. I don't know how you prosecute a literal mind rapist or what the fuck, LMAO. I'm so tired. I tried to make a fucking real game and some inner mind game held down a job in Japan and had all my relationships fall apart in some fat fuck could jerk off. What the fuck is this is her headcanon of what's actually happening. No, really, please, everyone, just allow me to be okay for a year so I can literally save the world. How can you be wasting such an immense talent? I should be guiding the Ark to the stars or some shit, not trying to survive hell life because I joined the game dev server once. Oh yeah, and also took out some boomer serial groomist company with some blog posts to save 10% of the game industry. Like, this is just unfiltered insanity, but we haven't even got to the fucked part. But I found out I was trolling, been doing that because I was basically repeatedly conditioned by him to be afraid of whistleblowing. So that's how amazing. Like, that's not even the extent of this guy's sissy hypnosis. So he fucking conditioned her to be afraid of other men so she wouldn't seek any help. She conditioned her to be afraid of fucking whistleblowing. But this is what he also did. Get a load of this. I also made my memory love birds, so he became terrified of literally all birds. I can't go outside now. LMAO, I am actually that powerful. Please don't try and mind rape me again. Trust and believe you will not win. He tried conditioning them on me, the birds. That makes me think I'm the one who did it, but all he's terrified because I managed to reverse it. So, Ben sissy hypnotized the fucking birds. He sissy hypnotized the fucking birds to attack this woman. So now she can't even go outside. She can't even leave her house. But she fought back. She reverse sissy hypnotized Ben by holding up a fucking mirror. And this is what it did. He put in conditioning on them that makes them think I'm the one who did all of it. But he's terrified because I managed to reverse it because I used to do therapy. And somehow remembered all of what he said and spat it back out of my mouth like a recorder bird because I made a bizarro brain puzzle for myself using all my favorite anime and emo music lyrics. He kept trying to figure out where I put the memories so he could take them back out, but I would just keep calling him a stupid fucking rapist instead. So she's having a fucking like astral projection battle in her fucking mind with Ben. Like using all the fucking anime power levels and all the emo music. She's hiding her deepest, darkest memories within all the recesses of that shit. So Ben, when he's like astral projecting like Xavier Renegade Angel into her fucking mind, he can't find all the important shit. Holy fuck. But it goes on. It goes on. The birds, I know. Oh my god, the birds. The birds are coming for you, girl. The angry birds are coming for you. So he sent a legion of fucking angry birds. He's sissy hypno. How can you fucking like? Where does that come from? You sissy hypnotified the birds. He put his sister under suggestion. His entire family. So he sissy hypnotified his entire family. They're anxious to talk to him all about this. She's having a mental persona battle. Fuck yeah, she is. I feel like I feel it too. This is all very esoteric now. She's like dividing this shit up into like paragraphs. He put his sister under suggestion. His entire family too. They're anxious to talk to him, or at all these times. They must be. I feel it too. On broke. I can feel it. The childhood regressive almost. I'm still here, but it's still super hard to light about the subjects he put me under, for he must have tried to make me unable to leave. She's really convincing herself of this at this point. He was running out of ideas and just started breaking my ability to plan. Unfortunately, also breaking his life up because he was the only one who could figure things out to begin with. I was also reverse hypnotizing to be fat, unhappy, and worthless. Yeah, so he was sending her like be a good housewife, sissy hypnotizing videos, and she was sending him like you're a fat, ugly, retarded, worthless virgin sissy hypnotification. Ooh, that's fucking weird. But then this is like a lot of her fucking like her Discord logs. Get them all out. Wake up here. He's petting your hair. He's not there, but he's here. He's here. He knows the Airbnb. He's here. He's got a syringe. He's filling your head. Like, she honestly thinks that these are like repressed memories that she's digging up and not just fucking like retarded shit that she's pulling out of her ass. Because she says that like he's filling her head with a fucking syringe. Look in the mirror. I can't see my face. Blah, blah, like, what the fuck? It goes on. It fucking goes on forever. I don't know if we can read all this shit. Play hypno spam to get QT publisher GF, but then yeah, so he's saying like this is exactly his fucking game plan with this girl. You know, he didn't just want some fucking pussy, which is probably what he wanted in the first place. He just wanted some crazy art hoe to fucking live with him so he could get some fucking pussy. Anime ruined an entire generation of men. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Anime didn't ruin me. So, this is honestly what he thinks she's doing. He's doing. This is honestly what she thinks he's doing. Play hypno spam to get QT publisher GF. Yeah, she's a QT alright. Yeah, I'd just be fucking dying to stick my fucking penis in this thing. Some, like, Arab, like, fucking woman. To get QT publisher GF, but then torture her too much to keep it going. Oh no, he fucked up his grift. Reverse engineer hypnosis in order to give your rapist a calling disorder, make him go bald, make him terrified of birds. Also, his trends so his game gets canceled, and that, if that matters. So You're sissy hypnifying him to go bald. You're sissy hypnifying him to be terrified of birds, and you're sissy hypnifying him. You're sissy hypnifying his game so it'll get canceled. The game you fucking worked on too. Like fuck. Ugh. No, you put the phrase "you need to sleep so you can" sounds caring. Yeah, so like a lot of the shit that he said to her was like shit that was like meant to help her because she's fucked, right? She wasn't drinking water, she wasn't going to sleep at proper hours. So he was like sissy hypnifying her to fucking be an adult and take care of herself. Uh, you need to drink. Make him love me. Don't work. Can't drink. You need to drink water because he always drank so much water, but I didn't. So yeah, it's like a personal preference thing there. He made me stop drinking everything else. So because he was telling her to drink water, she internalized that as like to stop drinking fucking everything. I stopped drinking milk. I stopped drinking everything because he wanted me to drink. He kept trying. I refused. You really need to drink. So I said no. Like, what the fuck is this? What type of like rapist like slam poetry is fucking going on here? And she wanted people to take these accusations seriously. And this is what she's like going around fucking doing. Uh it just goes on. You can fucking read all this, but it's like all mentally unstable fucking shit. Uh Fuck. I didn't really go through this too much. So there's probably gold here somewhere. We're weatherman. We gotta track down the Kino. We'll continue for a few more minutes here. Always to be crystal clear, Ben is very respectful during sex. So she definitely is BDP. She's going back constantly on everything she says, and she's using the fact that she had a fucking like dream nightmare thing as an excuse to like, oh god, now all the memories are coming back, you guys. Uh, Even the panic attack stuff, he's just repetitively doing the layman confused person response, which is understandable to realize I've told him many times not to do that. Again, don't deal with BDP chicks. She's like telling you like how specifically to handle her fucking panic attacks when that's not your responsibility. It's like fuck. I will just if you're having a panic attack, I will just fucking leave you alone. He's such a pile of shit. I'm gonna kind of enjoy now when if it gets canceled. Yeah. So again, ulterior motive. She really wants to ruin this fucking guy's life here and get his fucking game canceled that she's been working on. Okay, but is she hot? No, dick. Look. No, she's like an Arab, and she's like some fucking non-binary like retard on fucking Twitter. No, I did not want this to be about trans. I wanted it to be about people in a relationship and how those things work out. So, her entire fucking contribution to the fucking indie game scene is to like insert trans characters into fucking Fight Night when that's play hypno spam, completely flipping perspectives before the breakup. My ex says I saved her life in June like 2000, even though like previously she said that he didn't do that. My ex talks about protecting me from false rape allegations. How was your day? I just found out I've been raped for the past 3 years, getting mic spammed with hypno. I think it's Nick DiOrio. Woof woof. Yeah. Nick DiOrio. I'm not familiar with that guy. My ex's collaborators enabling her. So yeah, she had like an army of simps that helped her out originally, but then when everyone realized she was fucking insane, she only had like one fucking guy who was desperate for her fucking pussy. But he was a beta male, so of course she's not gonna go for him. But this is what he says. I wonder if I really did weird therapy hypnosis back to slowly, yet he starts to break down. It I feel it's his emotions, but I don't know how. Maybe I'm just empathetic and I imagine them based on how he sounds. It's empathy, yes. Yes, it's empathy. So that he's telling her that like she's fucking correct about all this hypnosis shit and she shouldn't like question her own mental stability. I have to feel I have to feel to make the noise right, the way his chest hurts, and he's silent. Oh, so fucking gay. So like this is all over fucking content. I just want to go home. I'm crying. He wants home to be in Canada, but that's not. I just want to die in my home store. I don't see the raccoon. Family saw the raccoon, but that doesn't make sense. My dad keeps saying things that don't make sense. He said there was blood everywhere, so he cleaned it half. What the fuck? What am I reading? Yeah, so she claimed to have written about like for the fucking game with all the persona shit. I wrote the copy that's currently on the fucking Steam page. Uh, More shit about the script. He apparently gave her like 5 fucking grand anyway, like for her contributions to the game. So she got paid out at least for like some of the work, even though she was a volunteer. My ex saying un-PC things. So remember when she went all about her entire fucking image online is about this like transgender like advocate person, and she was willing to stand up to her boyfriend when he's being a poltard in the fucking Japanese strip club. So let's see what she has to say. Also, I saw one completely random fangirl stan who said she wanted to fuck Abby or whatever the Gorilla Arms tranny lady is. Yeah, don't get me started on how fucked dumb queer folk here are, to be honest. So, yeah, you know, it all comes back, Even trannies realize how fucking funny laughing at trans people is. That's hilarious. Uh, she claims I confessed to being like a pull-tard. It was a bit over 6 months of relationship, and my recollection of it dated for nearly 2 years after this. Been a lot. Yeah, again, she's just twisting what he's fucking saying there. Like, definitely what our relationship was like. He gets trapped by saying that we're friends. Yeah, because she's fucking crazy. So when he goes out, like with Yoko Ono and fucking John Lennon, this guy realizes that his fucking girl's crazy, and when they go out, they're just friends, or like she's just a whore that he fucking hired for the event. Amazing. So I don't want to lose all my friends. I keep saying that we can find new ones, but he agrees to me. He agrees with me that they're bad and goes on. I know, but I don't want to lose my friends. I grew up with them. It's like his teddy bear is dirty and he refuses to replace it. So it seems like most of these people are just. It seems like both these people are just fucking beta males. Like he narcissistically abused her to get her into fucking Canada in the first place, and now she's like trying to get him away from his friends, and he's just gonna fucking go ahead and do it because he's spineless. Like wow. So, like who? Oh god, guys, we gotta decide who's the fucking best of this bad situation here. I was afraid. Wow, tough for fucking you, huh? That's her saying this to like Ben. Like fuck. About like having to abandon all of his fucking friends. I was afraid to disappoint you, but forgetting something again. I was afraid it's almost as if it sucks not to be able to trust your loved one. So she's trying to now that he fucking isolated her from all of her friends and family. Well, she didn't have any friends and family. That's why she went to fucking Canada for this guy. Now she's trying to do the same to him. He says he hypnotified her to be afraid of birds. Now she's fucking now she's hypnotizing Sissy hypnotizing him to fucking abandon his friends. And it'll work. Because crazy bitches, man. That's why you never stick your dick in crazy, because that shit'll fucking ruin your life. Thanks for reading. So, that's the fucking document, but we still have one more thing to go over. He released a video, and it details the fucking audio logs of this woman. And if you needed even further proof that she was fucking insane, she made up all this shit about their fucking relationship. She like even if it wasn't made up, she was just airing dirty laundry about their fucking relationship in an effort to boost her own shitty indie game dev career, because now she'll be known like Zoe Quinn as a fucking victim and to harm her ex's video game. She really went all fucking out on this, and like we see that even more. So our boy now makes a fucking video, and this is hilarious. Apparently, this guy's supposed to be like in his 30s or whatever, but he's living in fucking mommy's attic, like was confirmed in the fucking thing. And, you know, he doesn't have, like, his own house, or, like, he's talking about renting an Airbnb. Like, he's not gonna, like, put money down towards a house. He's kind of a man-child in and of himself, but he's still fucking innocent. Because look at how, like, dedicated this woman is to fucking with him. We'll just let this play out here for a minute.
And also to get my game canceled. And also that I was torturing her. This one, she's saying that I put my sister under hypnosis and my entire family, and that I tried to make her unable to leave, and that she reverse hypnotized me to be fat and unhappy and worthless. And this one,
that's so fucking funny. That's to hear him say that. Because again, to him, like, he actually lived through this, so he knows, like, exactly what happened between them. So he's just reading, like, what the fuck? Like, reverse sissy hypnotified him and weaponized fucking birds to, like, attack. And I'm a victim of false allegations too, man. Like, I know what it's like to be accused of all this, like, fucking retarded shit and just be like, what the fuck is going on here? So it gets worse. It gets worse.
Honestly, don't even really know what she's saying here. She seems to think that I'm in her Airbnb and injecting her with a syringe. In this one, she says that when I said, you need to skip the relations, I would go downstairs and...
So here's the audio recording that she was like, she didn't send this to Ben. She sent this to her friends to, like, and these are the people she was collaborating with to fucking, like, paint this guy as a crazy fucking abuser. So let's see what she says.
Fill a glass of water for her to get her to drink, and she was very, very reluctant, and I didn't understand why until I saw this chat log. Yeah, so there's a lot of these, and I could go on, but I mean, I think you get the idea. I am going to play now a audio recording.
Get on with it.
Of my ex, which she sent to some people who were friends from reality. My ex was.
Get on with it. Okay, here it is. Just listen to this fucking woman.
To illustrate.
Canary mine. Canary. There's so many birds. There's so many birds, he won't know which one. It's recording. He won't know which one I'm thinking of. There's so many birds. Every single bird that you know. Every single bird that you know will become something scary. It will be something scary to you. You won't know which one it is. Is that our Robin? You don't know which one it is. You won't know which one it is.
It's birdemic.
Which bird? I don't know. Which bird is it? I don't know. I don't know. Stop. I don't know. Which bird?
Wow, you can just tell with that message. Whoops. You can just tell with that fucking message that this woman she's one flew over the fucking cuckoo's nest. She's fucking crazy. She's absolutely fucking insane. You can tell just by that end where she's like, there's nothing in her fucking head. There's no reason to date her to begin with at all. This guy really only has, I thought, damn, my son, I thought I was crazy. Well, you're watching fucking Gym 81 Gym. You must be fucking insane. So, again, this really is this guy's fucking fault for, like, inviting this woman into his life like this. Like they've known each other for a fucking month. And, well, no, Surface, she doesn't speak for the birds because the birds are the one attacking her. The birds are the ones coming after her. She can't even leave her house because of her angry birds, like, coming after her. Like, sissy hypnotified fucking MK Ultra, like, angry birds are fucking coming to shit all over her. Yeah, you remember Josh's pigeons that he fucking raised? That's right! Yeah, buddy, you thought those were just fucking pigeons that he had found? Nuh-uh, goy. He was planning this fucking gay-op with him this whole time. this dude look like he can't. Yeah, like that may be true. He is like a big deal. Like apparently he was like an executive in Capcom and he had all this shit. But like if he's willing, if you're in a long distance relationship, that already fucking tells me that you're such a niche fucking person that like you can't find like a normal like person to cohabitate with. Uh, he does talk about like wanting a girlfriend who's like nerdy and shit like that. So like it makes sense why he'd need like a very very specific person who probably needed to like all the same fucking anime he did and shit. Ugh. So we got the second audio recording here. Let's.
I'm better than you. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. I'm going to ruin your life. I am going to ruin your life. You're fucking going to.
She can't even speak right.
Jail. You're going to fucking jail.
So yeah, you know, if you were a person who was actually trying to ruin someone's life and their reputation, probably the worst thing you could do is send out a fucking audio recording telling everyone that your fucking intention is just to ruin this guy's life and destroy his reputation. So now that we've heard that fucking audio log, we can just straight up disregard all the shit that was said about him. Like, even if it is true, we're just gonna fucking not believe you out of spite here.
In the article, he's recording. But it's essentially...
So he essentially goes over, like, everything we just covered over the past hour and 40 minutes, but he does mention he's fucking bisexual. So there you go! Another Poltard confirmed to be a retarded fucking femboy. Alright! Wow, so what have we learned here today, fam? Don't stick your dick in fucking crazy, because it'll never turn out well for you. It'll just never fucking work out. But we do have one more thing to go over. So, she desperately tried to ruin his fucking indie game. In any way she fucking could. And it didn't work. Because, more people than, like, would have bought the shitty indie game bought it. And they're at, like, it came out, like, a few days ago, and there's already, like, 300 people who've bought it. There's already, like, hundreds of people who fucking bought it. Now I gotta click on images of a bus to prove I'm not a fucking robot. Like, who gives a shit? So, yeah, there's 240 people playing now. So, like, it's a smash success. And it's all because she really tried to fucking destroy this man and everything he's fucking worth. Why? Because they had a bad fucking relationship and she was a fucking narcissist to begin with who just wanted to use him. So she'll never be able to work in the fucking indie game scene again, like Zoe Quinn, unless she fucking makes her own game, which she's incapable of, because she fucking sucks. She'll never be able to, like, fuck another game dev because now they know she's fucking crazy. Man, this is so fucked. It's so fucked, man. Like, he should have known this looking at her fucking Twitter. He should have known that she was fucking crazy. And she is, because she unironically thinks that there are birds coming after her. That's the most fucked up thing. But that's all I could find. I couldn't find... Someone said something about, like someone peeing in her fucking vagina. And, like, again, it wouldn't surprise me. She could fucking say anything, and that wouldn't surprise me. You underestimate men's simpery? Yeah, no, I think this guy's definitely a fucking simp. But, like, it seemed like he chatted up at the last moment. You know what I mean? Like, even simps have their fucking limit. I could save her, bro! It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If a woman has fucking BDP, just fucking, like, abandon ship immediately. It literally doesn't matter. You're not a fucking asshole for abandoning someone like that. It just isn't worth it. Even if it's a mental condition they can't fucking control, it just straight up isn't worth it. You can't save them. And you'll put all this time into a fucking relationship like this guy did. It was 3 years of his fucking life. And his game was, like, jeopardized because of it. And it was all because he thought, like, oh god, we can just go to therapy and fucking work it out. No, I don't know. Again, Like, if their relationship continued, if they had kids together, he'd look back on this period of time as, like, the good years, you know, when she was less fucking crazy. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, chat. Well, let's pound out some fucking superberries before we get to the last segment of the show. Nicholas DiOrio, I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know, someone can tell me. Someone earlier was talking about the demo. I don't know what he's up to. Because I haven't fought, my demo lore is gone. I know he was talking about the dead man and his like fucking retarded like rap fanfics that he made. I don't fucking know. I know he's beating me in terms of subs now because of that fucking JoJo video. I actually lost. I lost like 5 people. Whatever. I'll subject you to fucking JoJo. So, do we have any more superberries? We're gonna do a review of like Fight Night now. So the drama's over. If you want to fucking leave, we're just gonna play Fight Night for like 10 minutes maybe, and we're gonna see if it was worth it to stick your dick in crazy for this fucking game. Let's see how amazing this fucking indie game is. Because I played it for about 7 minutes and it's kind of fucking retarded. Oh, if we could like... Okay, so we're gonna enter the kingdom here. And probably the weirdest thing about this fucking game right off the bat is that you can play it with one hand. You can play it with one hand. The only controls you use are AWS and D. And then you walk around with that. You don't aim at all with the mouse. Like, so you see what I mean by like niche indie game? Like I can't strafe really. I can just turn around, and I'm not using the mouse to fucking aim. But let's get into what the actual, like, real purpose of this fucking game is. Like, walking around just feels, like, kind of painful, to be honest. But the immediate thing that you will notice about this game, like, instantly, is that the graphics and the music are kind of beautiful, but it almost feels, like a little bit wasted. I thought this was gonna be, like, a boomer shooter. And I would have, like, enjoyed that. But no, it has to be like a fucking dungeon crawler, like Crypt of the Necrodancer. So now this is the actual game, and it's actually kind of cool. So it's like a beat 'em up, like brawler kind of thing. So we're beating the shit out of these skeletons, and whenever they turn red, we gotta block. It's kind of cinematic, honestly, but. We are getting fucking maxed out. We're just gonna spam space until we fucking win. Oh, no! Oh, Yadi-san, Jotaro. So we completed that stand battle. Let's move on to the fucking next one. And we were just pulled from that encounter like Pokemon. This game was $20, by the way. It was 20 fucking Canadian buckaroos for this one. Oh god, a secret passage. And we're pulled into an encounter. It's a 1v1 this time. I'll parry you, fucking asshole. Oh shit. Oh my god, we might actually lose here. We're running out of fucking hearts. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean I can't spam? Wow, I was blocking that. Oh fuck, man. You don't lose if you get knocked down, you only lose if you stay down. Well, I'm inclined to actually fucking stay down now and perhaps boot up Warzone and just fucking play that. But we'll try again because I am a hardcore gamer, and you know what, this guy deserves every fucking penny of it. I might never play this game after I close it, after this session. But he still deserves my money for walking the blaze of glory and surviving sexual assault allegations. I'm really only doing this to prove to roasties that you can't just use fucking rape allegations to destroy people's career. If anything, it'll just improve it. And you know, me, a hardcore Warzone gamer, I'm now playing your shitty, like, fucking Earthbound RPG game. Although this is pretty unique. I can't think of another game that really does this. But it is just like a puzzle, like rhythm kind of game. Apparently this was made before Sekiro, Dark Souls. Or like Shadows Die Twice, apparently. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're improving. And it's all because I'm drinking the fucking Boomer juice. I'd much rather be playing Duke Nukem 3D right now. But we'll just keep going. We gotta find the main villain. Like, Alex apparently said that she was responsible for all the amazing writing in this game. Yeah, and you talk to people by punching them. But again, the fists are just absolutely beautiful. Like, I really think that's cool. And like music is pretty good. If you're into this kind of game and this scene, then this will be like right up your fucking alley. Oh god, we jumped again. Oh, now it's fucking go time. Oh shit. And it's kind of like Zelda, you lock onto fucking targets. Whoa! No, it's, again, like, the art style really is, like, beautiful. I don't care what people fucking say. But again, it's just trapped within the shell of a fucking, like, boring kind of game. I got bones. I need that. Yeah. We're already lifed up. It's just kind of fucking annoying navigating this level when they only let me move like one fucking block at a time. I think this is where I'm supposed to go. And we're in another fucking encounter already. And they're really throwing me into the fucking frying pan already because I gotta fight like 3 levels. But it seems pretty easy. Like just block, strike. I don't even need to... Yeah, I'm just holding fucking V, and then when they glow red, I'm pressing shift to fucking block. Oh, fuck me, man. It works as like a JoJo simulator. You should have made that game. You should have made the fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Dungeon Crawler. Because then more people would have fucking wanted it. And you wouldn't have had to rely on, like, what if the rape allegations were faked? What if all that shit was faked in order to drum up publicity for this fucking game? I gotta get a refund before it's too late. Oh, fuck, we gotta be close to, like, some kind of boss. Like, so let's fight the fucking skeletons again. Yeah, we're just gonna max out the fucking skeletons. Oh shit, no! It's one of those games. It's one of those games where you're constantly tripping your fucking sticky keys. This is me in an actual fight, by the way. That's me beating the shit out of the demo. Demo, I challenge you to a fucking boxing match. That's what it'll look like. That's what it'll fucking look like. We're gonna go down to Knoxville, me and fucking Demo. I'm already practicing, bro. I'm already practicing fighting the skeletons. I swear I've been here in RuneScape. Let's see, it's square, it's got words, so it must be a book. Again, everyone is saying he's like a simp beta male, and this really does sound like soy fucking writing, although it might be Alex, like, chipping in here. Oh my god, this is so fucking tedious. So that's where we gotta go, so we gotta disable those 2 fucking buttons there. Oh my god. This is already starting to wear on my fucking patience, the random encounters. And we're about to fucking die here. Again. No! Fuck off! Sticky keys again! So I think you take less damage if you parry or none at all. So it's not a rhythm game because it kind of fucking sucks like that. Definitely not as good as like Sekiro, surprisingly. And people have been waiting 5 years for this game, man. I really don't know who the target like what other games do people who are really excited about this play. I don't fucking know. We don't have a map. Well, it's only like I guessing that's a button we gotta press. Okay, there we go. So we're making progress. Baby, the wheels of justice are slow, but they turn. So they can't make the fucking enemies tougher, they can only add more of them, because if it's one guy, it doesn't matter if he's more powerful than me, I can just fucking max him out. But this is just a tutorial level. It's just the first level. Although we're still gonna fucking die because we have no health. And we've already been to this fucking door. Oh wait, here we go. So, there's a map, but it doesn't really tell me much. And that's just fucking annoying, having to like... Ugh. Why would you fucking do this, man? So yeah, he needed rape allegations to sell this game. He needed them. This almost in a way kind of reminds me of Hyper Light Drifter, if anyone remembers that game. It feels kind of similar. Oh god. Game over. You fucking died. You fucking died. And I think that's about enough for now. I guess I'll have to get good. I'll have to get good at fucking Fight Night before I can properly fucking max out the final boss and actually get to see this amazing writing that was apparently worth someone going to fucking jail for. But yeah, that's the fucking stream. That's Fight Night. What else is going on in the world? 1318. Go play some fucking Warzone. No, I usually play Warzone with like my fucking boys and shit. And like if you play Warzone without your boys, you'll just be playing with fucking kids, and that's kind of like shitty. I don't know, maybe someday. I have wanted to like deconstruct my Warzone tactics and shit like that. That'll be fun. The target audience is rapists. So she said she was so Dick, apparently like there's a villain that like is pestering your main he's pestering the protagonist throughout the story, and he'll appear sometimes and give you some fucking lines of dialogue or whatever. And that's the fucking villain, man. That's the fucking villain. And there are like characters that fucking speak, but like who gives a shit about a fucking story in a game like that? Like no one's complaining that Enter the Gungan doesn't have like a good fucking story. Die of cancer like Daddy Jim. Thank you for the 1488, buddy. Bronx Beats is my biggest fan. I have considered banning him just to fuck with him because I know he'll immediately make a new account. But he is my biggest fan, so I can't do that to him. But, as we all say, in Grift City, you can't ban your fans, because then the grift will die. And what am I but a fucking weatherman and a grifter? Thank you for the 20,000 fucking super chats. I actually see a few super chats asking me to address Ethan Ralph. But I am Mr. Medicare, the biggest gun guard of them all, so I'm not going to be talking about Ralph. After all, he has my shit. He has the shit on Faith. No, not Faith. My fucking Jade or whatever. Yeah, Jade was Jim's girlfriend's name. Daddy Ethan Ralph has the fucking docs on her, so I have to be a gun guard subordinate forever. So, this is the only Weatherman stream you're gonna get. Whenever Daddy Jim feels like coming out of fucking retirement, you know, that's all you're gonna fucking get. And if you want more fucking streams, well, that's too bad, because I ran off with all the fucking money, and now I'm just gonna be on Twitter like fucking Spoonie. So get fucked, idiots. Get fucked. That's right. In other news, we're about to end it here, but in other news, Rand has left the kill stream. We'll talk about that on This Week in Nectar. All right. Peace, boys. Peace.